Hey everyone, it's Christopher, Mono County Library Director and co-host of the Oxygen Starved podcast. I'm behind the wheel right now, not moving, so it's all safe, but I'm here to prove a point. Those of us who live in the Eastern Sierra often spend a great deal of time in our vehicles just getting places. It's not uncommon for someone going out to do a grocery run to have a 100-mile round trip depending on where they live in Mono County. So for that reason, I've chosen a couple of great audiobooks, one old and one new, that you can listen to while you're driving. I've also chosen audiobooks that are available in CD format as well as downloadable digital that you can listen to through your device. And given the thought is that we're behind the wheel, I've chosen two very different memoirs that have a theme of journey. So let's start with the old. In 2013, we got Dogtripping. 25 rescues, 11 volunteers, 3 RVs, and our canine cross-country adventure by David Rosenfeld. This is the Hoopla digital version you can download from our website. Some of you may recognize David Rosenfeld. He is the author of the popular Andy Carpenter mysteries, which often feature a dog on the cover, and you find out why in Dogtripping. This is basically a fun, lighthearted memoir about he and his wife's efforts to relocate from Southern California to Maine with 25 rescue dogs, most of which are golden retrievers, so not small animals. Look, I relocated a few years ago with just 2 dogs and 2 cats in my car, so I know any cross-country trip with pets in the vehicle is by definition an adventure, but 25 rescue dogs makes it a full-scale operation that needs a lot of coordination and volunteer support. Now, he does back up and talk about meeting his wife. She's the one who brings the passion for rescue dogs to the relationship, especially golden retrievers. They spend a lot of time volunteering in Southern California animal shelters. They at one point have rescued 40 dogs on their own in their own home in Southern California. And they actually start a golden retriever rescue organization called the Terra Foundation. As you can imagine with a book like this, there is serious discussion around animal rescue issues. There's a lot of funny moments because it's just animals and humans interacting. And then there is the extraordinary amount of coordination of their lives and this trip around dog poop. Now, I'm a rescue dog person, so I really appreciate their passion and their love for their animals. It really shines through in this book. The narrator is Jeff Steitzer. He brings out the warmth and the self-deprecating humor that Rosenfeld writes with, and it's only 7 hours long. So this is not a long book to read in audio format, and it is enjoyable and frequently chuckle out loud. Now let's talk about the new. This book came out just last year and I really enjoyed it. This is Spirit Run, a 6,000-mile marathon through North America's stolen land by Noé Alvarez. This is truly a unique coming-of-age memoir. In the mid-2000s, Alvarez was a teenage child of Mexican immigrants who had attained their U.S. citizenship through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in Washington state, picking apples, working in fruit packing plants, doing construction. Alvarez, growing up in Yakima, really felt that responsibility typical of children of immigrants, which is to go further than his parents, to prove them right by making something of himself. He gets a full scholarship to college getting out of high school, but he finds that college experience really disorienting. It's so unfamiliar to him that he actually pauses his first year of college when he finds out about peace and dignity journeys. These are epic relay races that happen every 4 years that invite people from indigenous cultures across the Western Hemisphere to run across their continents. Basically, a relay team that starts in Alaska and runs south, and another relay team that starts in Tierra del Fuego at the tip of South America and runs north, and they meet up in Central America in Panama. Now, Alvarez joins the run in Canada and quickly learns that the men and women who are his running mates, who come from a variety of tribal cultures, each bring their own mental baggage and quest to this run, making it both cultural and personal at the same time. Along the way, the run highlights and participates in the indigenous rights of culture and is supported by the local tribes whose land they're running across as they progress. Early on, Alvarez is advised to treat the run as a form of prayer, and that's exactly how he presents it in this memoir. His running is his prayer. The story is filled with wonderment, tension, danger, physical pain, mental anguish, moments of self-awakening. The 19-year-old Noé Alvarez at the beginning of this run has matured into a very different person by the time he ends it over 6,000 miles later, especially as the run crosses into Mexico, into the ancient lands that his mother and father came from. This isn't a long memoir. The audiobook is only 5.5 hours. It's wonderfully read by Ramon de Ocampo, and I think I enjoyed it more as an audiobook than I would have if I read it in print. The pace of the narration is almost like participating in the run itself without the exhaustion. This is Spirit Run by Noé Alvarez. And let me bring up Dogtripping by David Rosenfeld. Both of these are available in audio CD, downloadable audio, and of course print version from Mono County Libraries. We encourage you to come and check out other audiobooks that you can listen to while you're driving. In the meantime, stay safe, drive safe, and happy reading.